Welcome to another episode of Recode Your Destiny. I'm your host, Victor Escalante. The show where we explore how the mind, spirit, and heart align to create lasting transformation. And today's episode is called The Power of Surrender. This week, I had the privilege of working with 4 clients whose stories remind us that inner peace, surrender, and alignment with divine purpose are not just ideas. They are living, breathing experiences that change everything. Let's go to the first story. Healing a broken heart that broke 2 lives. The first case was a man haunted by a mistake he made at age 17. An act of infidelity shattered a young love, and in that moment, 2 hearts were broken, his and his girlfriend's. He carried that guilt deep in his subconscious and followed into adulthood. Without realizing it, that unresolved heartbreak kept replaying throughout his life. He married on the rebound, and it showed up in his marriage, in his relationships, and even in the distance between him and his grown children. He was trapped in a cycle of self-sabotage, punishing himself for the pain he once caused. In our session, he finally faced the truth. You cannot undo the past, but you can make peace with it. When he forgave himself and the young woman he once loved, his entire energy softened. He said quietly, "I think I can finally breathe again." That's when I told him, inner peace is priceless because it's the only way to hear God speak and guide your life. Peace isn't passive. It's the loudest silence you'll ever know. Second case, remembering the magic of love. The second client was a woman on the brink of divorce after 18 years of marriage. The love that once united them had turned into a battlefield of acrimony and resentment. Every interaction became a mental tug-of-war. Words as weapons, emotions as shields. I helped her reset her mental paradigm by guiding her back to the beginning, to remember how their love began. She revisited the laughter, the dreams, and the wonder of holding their first child. As she reconnected to that original vibration of love, her heart softened. Her anger began to diminish and she began to see the bigger picture. She realized that the constant fighting was only feeding the chaos, not healing it. Love, I told her, is the highest frequency of all. And when you remember it, you rise above the noise. The next story is of a 26-year-old woman whose life was scarred by trauma. So her case is breaking the cycle of pain. She grew up under emotional and physical abuse, carrying deep anger that eventually led to her incarceration. Her pain became her identity, and anger was her shield. But through our work, she confronted her past and began to release it. She said something that stopped me cold. For the first time, I feel like my mother's pain lives in me no more. That realization came with compassion towards her partner and even towards her mother. Why? Because she developed compassion for herself. You're listening to Recode Your Destiny. Stay tuned for this important message from our sponsor. We'll be right back.
"2026 is approaching fast. The question is, will your business be ready to dominate the marketplace?" Introducing Blueprint 2026, the Escalante framework for peak performance. This exclusive training goes beyond motivation. It's about precision thinking and strategic recalibration. You'll gain enhanced clarity to refine your business model, identify blind spots, and eliminate emotional barriers that cloud decision-making. You'll learn systemic strategies to align every part of your operation, people, process, and profit, toward one powerful outcome: growth through innovation. In this session, Victor Escalante guides you through advanced methods used by top performers and organizations to think critically, act decisively, and innovate faster than the competition. Blueprint 2026 is your pathway to sharpen focus, strengthen execution, and build a business that thrives in the new economy. Reserve your seat now, November 18th from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Blueprint 2026. Clarity, strategy, innovation, domination.
Welcome back to Recode Your Destiny. I'm your host, Victor Escalante. And today we're talking about the power of surrender. It is only by the acquisition of compassion that she could now freely give it away to others. She was able to recover that which was stolen from her childlike innocence, her inner peace, her love, her generosity, all of the traits associated with childhood. She was able to recover by going back in time, back to the way things should have been, as opposed to the big mistakes that were made by her mother and some of the other people that abused her. When you heal your inner child, you reclaim the power to love again, and you can only give what you already possess. Fourth case, healing beyond the physical. Then there was a woman diagnosed with cancer. At first, I thought my role would be simply to help her accept her destiny, death. But what she really needed was permission to live again. Her illness had become a metaphor for all the emotional walls she had built. She was exhausted, drained of vitality, and trapped in a toxic relationship that mirrored her inner decay. When she finally let go, emotionally and spiritually, her transformation was instant. The light came back into her eyes. She smiled for the first time in weeks. I was reminded of Dr. Bernie Siegel's timeless truth in the book Love, Medicine, and Miracles. Aligned with divine purpose, the body follows. She didn't just heal, she looked alive. Let's reflect on these stories. The gift of surrender. All four clients had one thing in common. They reached the point of surrender. They stopped fighting their pain and instead allowed grace to enter. That's the moment the healing begins. I've learned that not everyone is ready for that journey. Some want the reward without the surrender. With healing demands humility. That's why Dr. Milton Erickson acquired full commitment from his clients in order to work with them. He would give them homework designed to awaken awareness. For example, he once told an obsessive compulsive woman who cleaned endlessly to clean only one quadrant of a room. That's right, just one room. The rest of the house could be left alone as it was. That small act disrupted her trance and restored her freedom of choice. If she could have the choice to stop herself from cleaning the entire house in just one quadrant of a room, imagine the possibilities to regain the choices over other areas of her life. Erickson was a genius, and I had the privilege of studying under one of his brightest students, Dr. Jeffrey Zeig, founder of the Milton Erickson Foundation. Their teaching have guided my work to create awareness one mind at a time. When you align your will with God's purpose, miracles become inevitable. But it all begins with surrender, because the hand of God can only move when you let go. So I'll leave you with this. Where are you still fighting what you should be releasing? What story do you need to make peace with today? Because on the other side of surrender is your destiny. Thank you for listening to Recode Your Destiny. If this episode moved you, share it with someone who needs hope. Until next time, remember, you can rewire your mind, heal your heart, and recode your destiny. So long, everyone. Have a great weekend.